Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Legends Season 8 action. I am joined tonight by League of Legends Season 7 champion, Teddy. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. This is probably the first League of Legends games this season I'm going to be watching now. I love the banner from this Antimeta team. It's really good. And then player-wise, I'm a big fan of the ones I see from 5 above average dude. Ka, Fatalness, Beast of US East. Some high-name players there.
Of course. They do have a stand-in tonight, though. They normally have Notorious as their 5-player, but let me get the exact quote before I say it on stream, because obviously I don't want to give incorrect information out. And I quote, "A power outage has been identified in your area and may impact confidential location. The current estimated time for restoration is 12:30 a.m. on September 17th. When the assigned crew completes the assignment, the estimate may be adjusted. We'll provide updates as we progress." Which means no power for Notorious.
Oh no.
So we have Smacktrick standing in instead. Obviously somebody who's familiar with Fatalness and Ka, so it's going to be a relatively fine fit, I'm sure.
Yeah, we do see they all have the same clan tag.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about these bands. Starting off with the Dire bands here, or I guess we can talk about the pick. Monkey King to start off here. From my understanding, this hero's been being picked as a 1 as well right now.
Yep.
Well, in that role. How's it faring in the 4 roles, or at mid as well?
I've mostly been seeing it mid, to be honest, but other than that, I'm seeing it like 5 sometimes. It's really, I've only ever seen it 1 or 5. Or sorry, actually 5/4. Obviously, everybody knows what Carry Monkey King does, but
yeah,
I mean 4 or 5, basically Primal Spring, uses ulti for zoning and team fights, nothing too absurd there.
Yeah. The one I think is absurd is like 5 Night Stalker. It sounds just insane, but people have been running it as well. Alright, we see a Shadow Shaman picked from Antimeta. Were you there that one day where we had like 10 people in the Discord party?
I may have been casting that game, to be honest.
Oh, no, this was like in the afternoon. But we were talking about some of the patch notes that day. We were talking about the Shadow Shaman.
I remember this, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about the Shadow Shaman hero because they got 0.75 base HP regen added to it, which I think is kind of insane. I think it's already a strong laner, high base damage, high armor, I believe so as well. Now it also has the HP regen. So whatever lane they put the Shaman in, it should have a pretty high impact there. Slark being picked up. Typically only on the 1 role, right? Unless I'm mistaken? Are we seeing this anywhere else?
Only ever see it carry. I mean, you see it sometimes as a counter pick in certain lanes. Like, say, if you see a mid Bat Rider, you can go mid Slark into it. But generally speaking, you only ever see it carry. Especially showing as a 7 pick, it almost has to be carry.
Yeah. And then picking it very early is pretty bold, but I think I did watch one of the recent BSJ guides on this hero, making it seem rather good. I think the build now, he went something along the lines of Radiant, maxing the Dark Pact. It just lets you farm very fast on this hero.
Yeah, we have seen a number of players having going the Radiance Slark recently. We also have seen a number of BSJ builds too recently. Cough, cough, but.
Oh, what's a cough cough? What's the other one?
I mean, there's the Gyro build, but the Gyro build, it looked good at first, but it turns out the Gyro build's not very good.
Is it the stats one or the the stats one?
The stats one. Turns out the stats build, from what I've understood, from what some good carry players told me, usually like 2 points in stats usually ideal, rather than max it completely out. But
well, I was a fan of max stats last patch, Gyro. This patch, with the changes, I'm not so sure. All right, and we also see a Tiny being picked from 5 average dudes. Tiny mid, Tiny 4.
It could be any of them. I mean, it could be 2, could be 3, could be 4. They're mid, they're carry, and they're mid, they're 3, and they're 4, all off Tiny. So it could be any of them.
I did want to also very quickly talk about the bands. We didn't get to talk about the initial bands, but from the side of Dire, the initial bands we see Earth Spirit and Coddle. If you're familiar with Ka at all, I think he hit Grandmaster on Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
That guy's insane. I think we do the same thing here. Always ban Earth Spirit against Ka. Coddle still a busted hero, standard ban. On the side of Radiant, I haven't seen too much of Dawnbreaker since it was only recently added. But I guess they just don't want to deal with it. They must think it's broken. Pangolier, not sure on that one either.
Pangolier's still pretty good. I mean, he got nerfed, but he's still very good hero.
Yeah. All right, on the side of Radiant, they're banning Viper out. I guess they don't like it. The break's probably good against Monkey King, and maybe they have something that they haven't picked yet that wouldn't fare well into Viper. Death Prophet ban. That one's interesting.
I'll agree with you on that one. That one actually is a
Oh,
little bit interesting.
only because I feel like we're the only team that picks this hero.
I mean, you guys in earning the wins, the old Dark W team, the ones who ever picked DP, pretty much. I guess
Hmm.
the old Tacos team did as well, because NSQR also played DP, but there are very few teams that pick DP. So
Yeah,
maybe they're just scared of like an early push lineup with the Shaman.
I see it now. Yeah, you're probably correct there. Shaman plus DP, run at towers. On the side of Dire, I believe they're banning carries that Slark is not good against. PL, Medusa. Boker also probably uh, messes with Slark's game a bit as well.
I know
All right, let's see.
some players have said that PL might just be the best carry in the patch as well. So PL, it feels very good right now.
I didn't know that.
Because I mean, they nerfed Sven, they nerfed Clinks, so now it's like, all right, in this post Sven, post Clinks
Post-Clink
world.
meta.
Yeah, obviously, especially both of them are still good, but now that both
Yeah,
of them are nerfed, like, all right, who's good now? Maybe it's PL suddenly.
it's PL's time to shine. Because they also nerfed Luna as well. That shard change makes it not as good. One attack instead of two.
I think it
Sniper.
actually legit may have killed the hero, because now, a lot of times in the past, you could just go some weird stuff like SNY on Luna and be fine with that, but now you have to go Manta, because one beam's not to clear a wave anymore, so you almost have to go Manta to clear waves, which
Hmm.
means you, A, have to spend more money on Manta versus SNY, and B, you have to go Manta now. Which is, I mean, it's cool and all, but sometimes when you're playing from ahead, you want to go SNY, so it's just, Luna's is not good anymore.
Yeah. All right. 5 average dudes. We see Void Spirit and Io. Where do you think this Void Spirit is going? Is this a mid Void Spirit or
Yeah,
possibly off lane?
from what I could tell, it's awfully tiny mid voice spirit support IO and then flex monkey between carry and support. That's the way
Hmm.
I'm reading this draft because I mean it just makes sense to do that given the players they have. But
Yes.
yeah,
I like the Io. There's a lot of good Io heroes here between Monkey and Tiny, whatever they pick here.
I like the
Sniper.
tiny IO lane as well.
Yeah, the Sniper here is crazy.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of sniper recently, and not just like lads type games, but even like BTS Pro Series NA. We've been seeing a number of snipers being picked recently. So this
Hmm.
hero is just suddenly actually good, which is crazy to say
Tiny.
after years of sniper being bad. But yeah,
Well, I was a fan of Arkosh running Sniper in the last patch. They would do like Sniper Pudge lanes. But looking at this draft
wait a minute.
is a little weird. There's a Slark and there's
Wait
a
a
Life
minute.
Stealer. Okay, I think I know what might be going on here. So Radiant is showing 3 cores, or they think they're showing 3 cores. Any one of those can go mid, and I think the idea here might be actually putting the Slark mid now, because I think Slark can lane mid against one of these melee heroes, carry Life Stealer.
I don't like this. I don't like this because what if the monkey is mid and you have like a sniper off lane, a life stealer carry? I don't like that at all.
I don't like Sniper offlane either, but Sniper 4 might not be the worst thing in the world. And maybe the last pick here is a carry. I don't know, this Life Stealer is very wonky in this draft. But can you run Life Stealer outside of the 1 position?
Not really. I mean, you could try it if you want, but usually you just run it in the carry position.
Hmm.
You buy your life stealer items.
My thoughts exactly, Ed. The last time you were able to run this hero outside of the P1 was when you were playing AFK, just inside a hero.
Those were awful, awful times.
Alright.
Remember the old life stealer axe? You could put a hero inside you.
Oh, I missed that. I didn't know they got rid of it.
Dude, that was years ago. They used to be like life stealer. You have a pudge in your team. You used to have a pudge rotting inside a fucking life stealer. It was just so.
You would take Pudge inside you, then you would hop inside Spirit Breaker, and you would charge across the map.
It was the dumbest thing of all time, dude.
It's great. Radiant is binding mid heroes here, and Dire still thinks they haven't picked their carry. So
They're
is this Void
expecting a
Barrel?
monkey support that in that case, it appears.
Mm-hmm.
And they were
Oh,
correct. It is indeed the
Terrorblade.
Terrorblade carry. I mean, here it matches up very well into the Life Stealer. I hear it matches up very well into the Slark.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So what we're going to be seeing is the support monkey. Their mid has to be a melee carry, or a melee hero, I mean. Which is why I'm still thinking this Slark might be mid. That's what it looks like us.
All right.
So Slark mid, I guess you were correct. Sniper off lane, Lifestealer carry.
I mean, it's one of those things where you can see Cuz influence all over this draft. Usually notorious their drafter. He's a very conservative drafter, right? And now they have Ka, who's a much more out there drafter, I'm assuming. And this is a beautiful draft from him. I love this. I think Radiant just straight up outdrafted this, to be honest.
I think Dire outdrafted themselves.
I mean, I agree. I mean, they've got good terrible answers at least. They have Lion and Shaman, who are probably the two best supports in the game, or at least one. At least in the case of Lion, just beating up his TB. They have three abilities that just insert one-shot illusions, which is one thing they have going for them. But I'm not sure it's going to matter.
All right, now I don't know the players, but are we correct here? Sniper off lane.
I don't know Dire the way. I know Radiant pretty well. I know Karan on the Dire.
Yes, Karan is playing 1 this season though, so
Yeah, I mean, at least we know that much. It will make sense to go like. I mean, actually, it would make sense to go Sniper mid and Slark off lane, but we'll have to find out.
Beast of US East, we're getting an off lane Tiny IO lane.
You love to see it. He's the Beast Tiny. I've been kind of doting on the Beast of US East for 2 seasons now. Just constantly hyping this man up, and he's had a rough start to the season so far. But now seeing a vintage Beast of US East Tiny up against a bottom shelf team, I want to see some real exciting stuff here.
It's gonna be popping off.
OBS.
And I think the only reason he was a little lower on my list was because it was memeing a little bit some of the placements.
Oh, this new UI. It's gonna take some getting used to. Oh no!
Oh, I
no!
see.
If you open the scoreboard, it closes up the game. No!
Wait, what does it do?
So what I do a lot, I press F5 to open the scoreboard by default, so I can just like show the people home the scores, the kills, assists, and the inventories. When you do that now, it closes game stats.
Oh, wait, let's focus up. Let's focus up. There's a 5-man smoke.
You're right. We're gonna see a fight for the Roshan pit, but I'm lamenting right now. I am busy lamenting.
They're gonna be running into IO Tiny. They should just be able to walk away on these 2 heroes.
Oh god, there's a sun out onto the Tiny. He's being run down now, perhaps. They're slowing and pounces there from right clicker. They're going to attempt for this first blood. Tiny is now shackled as well. He will go down. This new UI is really bad for me. Holy hell.
It is. Alright, I'm clicking on heroes and it's not showing me their stats.
I'm stuck on IO.
I'm stuck on Tiny.
Because you're stuck on Tiny, I'm stuck on IO.
Oh, okay, wait, I was able to... Oh no, this is awful. This is actually kind of impossible. Are you getting this as well?
Wait, okay, you have to like... Okay, so you can't like, if you use numbers to select heroes, you can't do it. You have to like unit box them now. Or, yeah, you can't select it in the top, and you can't select it with numbers. You have to like drag box it.
I see it. This is gonna get fixed. This is not acceptable.
Oh, of course. I mean, this is ruining my casting. But it'll be fine.
Oh well.
It'll be fine. It'll be a-okay.
Alright. First blood goes to the Slark. And we're actually gonna see a Lion mid. Of all things here.
Yeah, what?
That's still pretty powerful. His hero still has his damage talents.
Huh.
60 damage at level 10.
I'm a little bit surprised by that one. You just don't see that very often. It's not a play you see very often. Seeing bot lane though, this bot lane from the Dire is getting destroyed right now. Snacktrix running into the jungle, just 1v2ing right now. Giving Envy the freest lane in the world. He'll take some damage from the Slark and the Sniper combination, but he's just fine.
He has a bunch of regen as well to back him up. Sniper has 6 tangos. And this TB's having a free lane. If we look at top.
So we can actually, never mind. Back to top again, you're right. Thought there might be a kill mid lane, but alas, no kill mid lane. My head hurts right now. I just want you to know that.
Oh, I feel bad for you. It is 10 PM after all.
It's not the 10 PM thing, it's like I'm trying to like retrain my brain to like completely do camera differently.
That as well. I'm just mad I can't click heroes, but if we look at top, Shaman does have that 78, 76 damage and all this health regen as well.
It's got 3.9 HP regen with nothing else, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of regen.
Mm-hmm. Ice Frog really wants people to play this hero. Now, let's see. I want to check last hits here.
It's right now
Beast is
9-0 for the Beast right now. He's having a great time.
Lion is not doing too hot. He only has 3 last hits to Void 8 and 2. We see a kill attempt going on top. Shaman might be dead here.
Okay, Shaman will go down there, it appears. Indeed, the tree toss is enough. Good kill there by the Beast of US East, of course, with the help of Ka. Meanwhile, the bot lane pounces there onto Terribly. They want this kill here as well. The meta is now ending. Bounce Strike is there, stuns there onto Sniper. The trap mode's enough damage. Now, perhaps Smack may look to avenge, but it will not happen. So only, I guess across the map, a 1-for-1. It is a Terrorblade in exchange for a Shaman.
I'm still looking to see who the offlaner is here.
I think it's Sniper farming.
Sniper, it is Sniper. They're running a 4 Slark.
I mean, they're called anti-meta, I suppose, so, I mean, this is definitely anti-meta.
Running true to their name? Is this one of those themed teams, like, Roll Swap?
Maybe. I mean, this is, it's hard to tell so far because there's so few games in right now, but...
If we look at top...
Yeah, they are running at typical TN, but the damage appears to be lacking. Yeah, it is indeed lacking for now, though we may be on kill watch in the near future. Once this avalanche toss again in 12 seconds.
I'm checking... Oh, I cannot highlight this tightly.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane, they're running at the Monkey King. He's very low right now, but Pounce is already on cooldown, so he's fine. What were you checking?
The status of region items on the 2 top laners here. Shaman is down to 1 Tango, and so is Lifestealer. I think the Radiant offlaners win this region war. Might see a kill attempt in a bit. It's so hard checking people's items, man.
I know. Okay, what you can do is, what I like to do, is press F5, and there's a little button at the bottom right of the scoreboard that says Show Items, and you can see everyone's items, and that's probably your best bet.
For today, I prefer clicking people.
We're seeing a stun meal on the Fatalist, but in comes Ka, helping his brother out. Though the Water Rune is denied, the Remnant is there. The line eventually should go down. Little Fairy Fire, but it will not matter. Right Slicker had rotate over on the Slark, but Pounce missed. Had it have hit, it would not have been a kill.
Also going to come down and secure the bot Water Rune, or not. Yep, there we go. Consolation prize, make sure Void Spirit doesn't get his bottle charge.
I'm sure Void Spirit's fine getting a kill. I'm sure he's A-okay with the things that have happened today.
Definitely.
She's going to avalanche and a toss there onto Shaman top lane. Though the Hex is there onto the Tiny, so it will not be a kill. Karan is looking at Ka, but well, he'll now even rage walking on forward. Now turns to the Beast, but the damage simply is not there. Both teams are quite low now. Both remain fighting as well, but it should be over. See, I'm not looking away yet. Nothing's happening elsewhere. Something's about to happen top lane, I think. I'm just staying top lane.
Dire is out of regen. I think Ka just used his last Tango.
The Beast can always give his Tango to Ka as well if he wants to do that. It's always an option.
That's definitely the play, considering you still get the regen amp. We look at bottom. Slark might be dead here.
Yeah, meta is popped as well. Slark will pounce away. We'll be fine. Meanwhile, mid lane, a little bit of brawling happening, but top lane's already action is Rage is popped by Karan. Now he runs to the left. Actually, correction, runs to the right again. He's just unsure of where he's moving, but in the very end, he's moving away from the dual lane of the Tiny and the IO.
Another, I guess, consequence of this UI change, if you check the last hits, it's a little harder to tell which team is like doing better because they're not color coded anymore.
Well, it's color coded, but only a little bit.
Color coded, but it's such a tiny little coding.
Mid lane, though, it is a tower dive there onto Mr. Lime player. Double step is used. Now fingers down to Fatalist is going to survive the tower for now. Smacktrix has rotated, and the last hit from Lion kills Void Spirit. Now they move to the Lion, but Lion simply is walking away. Will they dive? Yes, they will. They're going to all shout even a little bit, but in the very end, it's simply Void Spirit going down.
Did you all chat bitch? It's just a bunch of stars for me.
Oh, you have the profanity filter on. But yeah, indeed, he put bitch in the all chat.
Nice. Alright. But looking at last hits, Beast of US East and Envy are coming out very far ahead. They're both 10 last hits above the carry life stealer of Dire. On the side of the mid laners, it's kind of evened out. We see 21-7, 18-4.
Seeing the Shackle top lane, though, the Beast may be in danger. Avalanche is there on the 2. Typical TN is very low. He should go down, but the Beast will die as well. It's 1-for-1 overall. One that's certainly very good for the Dire on the top lane. Now, though, in comes Smacktrix, and now turn to Rice Cooker. Pounce is still on cooldown, 4-6. Jingu will be popped. Bounce Strike is there. Rice Cooker remains alive. They want to get this kill. They're running, but now Karan is raging. But now, in comes Thanos, has Step, and the Represent Pulse kills Rice Cooker. They want to move towards Karan, but the Astral Remnant is missed. They once again continue to go to step on in to dissimulate. They want to get Karan. The rage remains on cooldown for 4 seconds. You know, a little more damage. Hex is there with the Voice Spirit, but it will not matter. Down goes Karan. Now the move to Shaman under that tower. Ether Shock is there. It kills Ka. They want to get typical TN. It's Remnant. It's right clicks. They want this kill. Shackle is there. Should not matter. Dissimulate finishes that kill. Overall, there are a lot of kills happening in the top lane. Overall, in favor of the Radiants.
And while that's going on, we didn't see too much action on the other 2 lanes. We see these 3 heroes committed top, but Dire's heroes don't really allow them to take advantage of something like that. We have Lion Sniper.
Not really the fight still. This is a little bit wild. Assassinate is there, but now it's Smacktrix who's man fighting with the Beast of US East. They're both in. Smack will go down. They now step on in, looking for it. So now Phalanx, who's very low. Tanks the right clicks, goes down. They now move to Karan, perhaps, but he infests inside the League of Inbreds. And now, well, they're once again running at Ka. They right click, down goes Ka. It's 3 kills for League of Inbreds. They now turn to the Beast who's fighting in the 1v3. Has to simply run away. May look to Avalanche, perhaps, but lacks toss for 10 seconds. Now Karan South, he's running on in. They want to continue to go. The Beast may look to fight here. We're seeing a TP on in from Smacktrix on that Monkey King. So now they turn. Tree Dance, Primal Spring, they're looking for Rice Cooker. Balance Strike is up. Can be used, will be used. It's killed there onto the Slark, but now in comes Karan, hitting onto the Beast. The Beast is low. Looks Avalanche and Toss, and now Blue Hunt's man is popped. He's man fighting. Sniper goes down. Double kill for Smack. He moves to Shaman. Shackle is over. Down goes Shaman. Double kill for Smack. Now man fights with Karan. Has 1 sec of Jingu. Doesn't even need the Jingu. 4 kills for Smacktrix. It's an ultra kill on a Monkey King. In the mid lane, it's a Lion who solo kills Void Spirit and once again puts Idiot in the chat. What is going on?
I don't know. I thought Dire would disengage as soon as they saw the kill on Tiny was failing. They got a little too greedy there and came to bite them in the ass. But look at this fight recap. I think this fight recap is the last 2 or so minutes of the game. The Sniper is actually dealing a lot of damage here. He did 4k damage with his Shrapnel and Assassinate.
Speaking of Assassinate, top lane, Smacktrix goes down there. It was Shaman with the help of the Assassinate from long range finds a kill there onto that Monkey King. 4 streak going to Sniper.
I'm not a doubter of the Monkey King 4, but that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where
so powerful.
It's just so... I mean, Wukong's is just so strong.
I'm looking at Sniper's build to see what he's doing. He has a Quarterstaff. That really only build into Orchid? Or can he get something else from this?
I mean, Echo, but that's not happening.
Yeah, no.
It's Butterfly if he wants to go straight Butterfly, but yeah, it's probably Mask of Madness or Orchid.
We see a push here on the mid tower, timed with the Catapult Wave.
Alright, Serpentmorts are dropped. Smack is in danger. It looks to perhaps man fight a little bit, but it will not matter. Down goes Smack. Now they have a Shackle there onto the Beast who's in the river. They're hitting with 3, though he's being healed by Ka. Now in comes Karan. Have Centaur and Stop with it. He's infested inside and now looks at the tower, perhaps. Or perhaps not. He is still there, but does not commit in too heavily. Hoof Stomp is now there. Hex there on Fiddleless. Karan pops out, looks on the Void Spirit. Assassinate is there as well. Hex. He's tossed away by the Beast. Fiddleless remains alive. Good toss there by the Beast. But overall, their Dire still pick up a kill and lose nothing. But meanwhile, it's Terrorblade, who is farming.
There's no tower up there, but this is still good. This is just a bunch of space for him. You lose 1 hero, and I think you're happy with that.
This is for sure. Oh. He wants to be playing here right now. This is a great thought to play for Terrorblade.
It looks like they're gearing up for this mid tower push again. They're bringing the Monkey King right back in.
Alright, to step on in, looking for typical TN. The shrapnels are dropped. The Hex is there on the Fatalist. Bounce Strike is there on the Shaman, who's now running away, but now they turn to the Beast. We have half HP. A Wukong's command now looking to save their Tiny, who remains very, very low. He's located back to the fountain. Urshi barely away. To the other side of the river. Typical TN, though, remains the lone death in the fight. Now the toss is there onto the Slark. Rice Cooker is in danger. They want this kill. Shadow Dance, though, is there, keeping him healed. And now they bring the Beast back a little bit across the river again. Stack springs in. Has the bounce right there onto the Lion. Lion is meter. Lion goes down. Double kill for the Void Spirits. And overall there, once again, Radiant fight the fight with only 4. They find 2, and they will parlay that one into a mid-tier 1 tower.
I believe they might have yoinked the stack as well. I didn't get to see it too well. And that was also Dire fighting under their own vision. They had a lot more information to play with here. And still come out behind. Might be a problem with their heroes, because there's definitely those 3 heroes. You got the Lion, the Sniper, the Shaman. Once you get on top of them, it's very hard for them to deal with. Especially when you're running this Beast Tiny. He has his Blink Dagger as well. Is this new?
Oh right? Yeah, it is a fresh blink now on the Beast. He's with Ka going bottom lane with that 2-man smoke. Dire go to Fatalist, but there's a pincer maneuver from the Radiant, perhaps looking for this backline sniper kill. They certainly want it. They're now picking out Karan. If they want the sniper kill, if they can get it. The smoke is now popped. Avalanche tosses there onto the Life Stealer. He's trying to run away, but once he gets stepped in by Fatalist, down goes Karan, and now Sniper. They know he's there, but they don't know where he is in there. He's duking in the trees. Actually gets away with that Tumbler's toy. But they're still going to try for it to step on him, but he misses. But now Prospering is there after the Sniper. Avalanche toss there from the Beast. Down goes Sniper quite soon. Jingu is popped. He tries to shrapnel, but it does not matter. Down goes League of Invalids. Meanwhile, middle lane, the Serpent Wards are dropped. Down goes the mid tier 1 tower, but it is Radiant who may go for the bottom tier 1 tower anyways.
And all the while, our TB is still farming. He's doubling up the Lifestealer and last hits. And if I check net worth here, not quite doubling up.
2k ahead though. That's a massive margin at this stage of the game. I mean, Lifestealer 7 in net worth, which is really, really bad.
Their offlane Sniper is top in the net worth here on the Dire side.
That is true, but the problem is he remains behind all 3 of the Radiant cores. I mean, look at the heroes here. It's the 3 Radiant cores, then 2 Dire cores, then Monkey King. So now it's finally, but that's disastrous. The 5 Monkey King at that. She can pass me onto the Beast, but he will be now the Slark is tossed back away towards the Shaman. Meanwhile, it's a dive under the tower. The Hex and the Stun are there. The Fatal Finger is there as well. Blue Hunt's Man once again is popped on a 4. Radiant are fighting in the command. Fatal steps away. Smack continues to fight. Right now, the Dire are split up. The Beast, Avalanche tosses onto Karan. Karan goes down. They move to Rice Cooker and the typical TN. Shackles are there, and the Void Spirit Stun is there from the line as well. Void Spirit goes down. Now, Slark, man fights the Smack. Smack tries to survive, does not win that by overall 2-for-1 trade so far, and Dire continue perhaps to head for that tier 1 tower bottom lane. Ka accepts the inevitable, TP's away, but meanwhile it's Tiny who re-engages. Finds a kill there onto the line, 2 for 2 now, but they want to get the Beast. Shrapnels, they have 1 charge, they will pop it, they have slowed the Beast, but now in comes Ka once again, but Relocate is still on cooldown. The Beast goes down. And Dire will not get Ka, it appears, but once again, it's 3 kills in a tower. It's fantastic for them.
Yeah, they left the creeps behind there to finish off the tower. Pretty lucky of that.
That's unfortunate there for the Radiant. They TP'd and Fatal with his travels to the bottom lane. They glyphed the wave as well, keep it alive, but it was just too late.
The Monkey King was in a good spot there to start that fight though. Just staying in the trees as all the heroes were coming in. That was correct. I think the other heroes should have probably been set up quicker. Maybe TP's under this side here. But instead we just kind of saw them walk in. Not quite as good. The DD here.
Yeah, simply on the ground. Looks like Slark will grab it. Meanwhile, mid lane is Tiny, who just annihilates Snipers to blink on in. Avalanche toss. Down goes Sniper. He went down so fast I didn't even see it, but I mean, we heard it. We certainly heard him go down there.
What changes did Tiny see as a hero in this patch? They increased the cleave, right?
I don't think so. Mid lane,
Oh,
speaking of Tiny's being gone on, it's a Blink Hex in the line, into the stun, into a Pounce perhaps. Shaman
seeing
is
a
there as well
relocate.
with his Hex, but now in comes Smack, who has Wukongs, who is relocated in by the IO. They move to Shaman, Shaman goes down, they want to get more. Lion is the target, they will Primal Spring in, slowing him up. Lion stuns there onto the Beast. Actually, the Beast is now brought by the relocate. Smack is still going and fighting. Down goes the Lion. He may go down to assassinate damage. But now in comes Remnant in a step in by Fatalist to League of Inbreds. He wants to go there onto Sniper. Once gets a step on and looking for Sniper once again. It's an avalanche toss from the Beast. Down goes Sniper. They now move to Slark, who's running away, and Karan engaged, but now immediately disengages. It's a massive fight win by the Radiants.
I love the response from Radiant there. This Tiny is being gone on, and they immediately relocate, and this Void Spirit's also using his Boots of Travel, turning it from 2v1 into a 4v2. That's the kind of thing they communicate in their Discord as well. They're just saying like, okay, I'm doing this, just be ready to come and help me. We ran similar plays on our team for stuff like the bottom tier 2. I'd just be sitting there, but we're in communication. They're probably going to go on me, just be ready. So to see such a quick response is really good from this team.
Seeing Karan is hitting Fatalist, Fatalist simply does not care. He's even playing with him a little bit there. Meanwhile, mid lane, they're going onto the Tiny. The Shackles and the Hex are there. The Pounce is used as well. They want to get the Beast, who once again has everything on cooldown. The other Hex comes in, into the Finger. Down goes the Beast of US East. Big kill there for the Dire. Picking up a core Tiny.
Got nearly 700 gold from that one kill, it looks like, if you look at the recap.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of gold there, especially for the Lion. But even then, the assist gold is nice, you know. A little bit of gold here and there.
Been able to check builds because they can't click heroes. Lion does have his blink. He's also keeping the Philosopher's Stone on himself, working towards his Ags.
If you think about it, right, he's only at a... The minus 30 damage doesn't matter if he's plus 60 damage, right? He's currently... He's a net plus 30 damage. All is fine.
Like, you know, Dire's still in the game because they have 2 infinite scaling heroes. Radiant has none. So eventually we'll see 5,000 damage fingers winning the game.
We're
you good?
a long time away from that, at least.
It's possible.
It'd have to be, you know, at least another 60 or 70 minutes, which is... I hope not.
Monkey King's having an incredible game. He's the same level as his mid. Look at that.
It's actually fantastic there. I mean, obviously the Ultra Kill was a lot of the work there, but not just that. The Shrapnel is there bottom lane. Fatal's actually engages them with the Hex and the Orchid is there. Fatal certainly will go down. Radiant nailed the fight with that Wukong, so now in comes the Beast. Avalanche tosses there onto the Sniper. The Sniper remains alive. He's now invested by Left Stealer, and now Tiny is the target under that tower with the Shackle and the Hex. Tiny will go down, and now Fire look for more. Assassinates there on Smacktrix. He's trying to escape, but it will not work. It will be 3 kills there for the side of the Dire. Antimeta. Pick up 3, including 2 big core kills.
That was a bad engage from the side of Radiant there. I can't rewind. Do you know where the rewind controls are now?
You can't do it live.
Oh, okay, that's something I didn't know. But I'm not sure if he went in, if he saw that they had a couple other heroes there. Because he went in, got instantly hexed and blown up. And at that point, they already committed the relocate. There's no backing off there. It's just very sloppy, very messy. But also the shot in the arm that Dire needed. The gold difference has gone down from 8k to 4k.
It's a huge step in the right direction. Obviously, it's still a winning position for the Radiant, with their Terrorblade being #1 net worth by a country mile. I mean, 4k between him and the next hero.
It is. There's going to be a point where they're going to just decide, okay, let's grab some Roche and just run it down. Which might be soon. I think TB is really just waiting on the Scotty. As soon as he has this, we might see that happen.
Now, bottom lane, we're seeing Thanos is being gone on, but he will dissimulate and he will escape. Now, actually, they re-engage to step on and looking for typical TN, who will shackle there onto the Void Spirit, but inevitably Shaman will go down there. Esadire look to leave. The Beast still looks to engage, but it's simply Shaman, who was in the trees there in that bottom lane, who is now dead.
Yeah, I was talking more about some builds here. You were gonna say
Oh
something?
no, trust me. What you're saying is more important. Go for it.
Sure. I'm just saying that. Oh, there's
Never
action.
mind. Top lane Lion is very dead. It's a relocate on in. Intercept in from Fatalist. It's a 4v1. Down goes Lion. You were saying about
He's also
Bills before.
popped. Well, he's also popped meta. We're gonna see them make a movement towards Roche here. So they're gonna be taking Roche with this meta, waiting for the next one, and then running it down with that. He is looking to take it more or less on his own. No, we have the other heroes coming to back him up. Alright, so I was gonna say build-wise, the sniper actually did opt for a Orchid rush, and now he's going into his Ags. This lifestealer looks very poor, especially when you compare him to the TB.
Dire
A
looking
whole
yes for Sean, but it's too
6K
late.
behind.
He just goes to Fatalist. He steps on and looking for difficulty, and meanwhile, Blue comes command there looking for the Slark. Slark escapes. Shaman, though, drops wards and immediately dies. So now Radiant look for more. Karan may be the target. He does, though, have Rage. They instead, though, head to Sniper. The Orchid is there, the Void Spirit. They're diving that top. Primal Spring is there. Avalanche is there. Sniper is in a fight with 5, and he certainly will go down. The preemptive tip by Fatalist. It's 2 more kills there for the 5 average dudes. They grab that mid T2 tower, and you know what time it is. It's high ground time, it appears.
He doesn't have meta, but they're in a really good position right now. I agree with this.
Dire, they have pressed the button.
This lifestealer is making really good plays right now. They don't have a wave mid, and they will not have a wave for a bit.
Backdoor will be up soon, but not in time. Yeah, Backdoor is now back. Radiant should accept the inevitable soon, and they will indeed leave. And now it's a full-on retreat for the Radiant, but Dire claim nothing there. They simply lose 2 towers, including a high ground tower.
Gonna lose his shrine as well.
And even though there's the UI glitches, at least I can draw my boxes. Yay, boxes.
Hooray. I'm still thinking about their timing mid. Should they have gone back and defended the next creep wave coming in?
Well, Void Spirit mid is loose Aegis bottom lane. The stun is there from line. The finger's there as well, so we won't get to see the Aegis timer. It's relocate him though from Smack Trick. Balance rank is there onto the line. Line indeed will be in severe danger. But now to look for more. Remnant is there onto the Slark. Slark may attempt to escape. Has Dark Pact and Shadow Dance. He's once again silenced by the Aghanims. Resonant Pulse from Fatalist. He will now Shadow Dance. He will attempt the TP. Is there an Avalanche in one? Yes, and the Remnant is there as well. Down goes Rice Cooker. It's 2 more kills for the side of 5 above average dudes. In the lead, it simply grows.
If you look at what Slark is building, he's decided he's building into an Atos. I feel like if you're running a 4 Slark, you want the Shard.
You see, both mid lane and top lane brawls break out. The mid lane, the only casualty happens. It was a 3v1. Shaman was the targets. Shaman went down. You see
Now
the
we're
beast
gonna see-
as well. Oh god, he's looking for the
Whoa.
sniper deep under his base. He is silenced, but well, the silence eventually ends. Tosses there onto the sniper. Now Lion stuns there onto the time. Defense man is popped. The beast once again is dead. Smack now is simply buying space for Envy to grab the barracks. Mid racks are now dead, but so is Matrix. Now head top lane. Radiant though only have 3. They will attempt for more, but Dire are also going to look to defend here. Remnant is there onto the Slark, and now Radiant are the ones to start walking away, though the drums are popped. Dire are chasing. Stun is there on the Phalanx once again. Envy looks to man fight, has Manta up, but Phalanx is quite low. Essence Ring and Neck are popped. Envy once again looks to hit. The Beast 2.0 line goes down, and now once again Phalanx steps on in, looking for more. Meanwhile, it's Envy who man fights a Shaman. Shaman loses that man fight for sure. Now Envy collapses, but Lion stuns there onto the TB. TB tries to say, is there? He's half HP. Finger is there. Can he Sunder? Yes, he can! It's a full HP Sunder! And dear God, it's a disaster. Down goes Lion. It's a dieback there on him. And now Orchid is there on the Fatalist. Once again, he has Essence Ring up. It's Terrorblade chasing down Slark. He pig pulls. It does not matter. Down goes Slark. Fatalist man fights with Sniper. Kills Sniper. Now Karan is the lone defender. Fatalist TP's away. Karan is there, but his team, well, they've been in the grave for a very long time now.
We're gonna see them make this push again. This might force buybacks from the Sniper and the Slark. I would do it, but I guess they're choosing not to. They will be losing the set of racks.
Yeah, I mean, Rangerak's dead. Melee is not long behind him. I suppose they can play for that 3rd set of barracks, but, well, they're running out of base to lose.
Third set isn't in any immediate danger. They still have a tier 2 up. So doubt they're gonna just straight run at the throne. Look at some builds. TB has completed his BKB, and it's also finishing up a crit stick as well. What do we see from Tiny? Tiny has an overwhelming blink. I didn't see this one. That's crazy.
Well, Radiant once again look to dive the tower. The bounce right there on the Karan. Karan will rage and will infest inside typical TM. Fatalist once again wants to go. Lion Hex is there on the Void Spirit. Void Spirit will go down. Radiant now may look to fight. Though if they do, it's actually only with 3. Wukong's command is pop, so they still want to do something. Dire, they'll simply walk away from the Wukong's command, and now, well, Radiant simply leave. They lose their mid laner and they leave. Interesting.
This Void Spirit might need something defensive. You know, because in theory, you just dive in and silence and you should be in no danger. But we see that's not really working out here.
He's got a BKB in his quick buy, so he's like 3,000 gold. Yeah, he's 2,900 gold, so eventually he will have that BKB.
We see Dire Smoke, and it's also immediately popped by Monkey King on the low ground.
Yeah, not a very successful smoke for sure. They will pounce though on his Matrix. Meanwhile, Karan is man fighting with MB. The Hex though is there. Onto Monkey King is popped. Down goes Monkey King. Relocate was attempted, wasn't there in time. Tiny looked to engage but could not find a good target in time. So once again, another kill there for the side of the Dire, but now it's Thanos who has returned to the fight. Dives on him for Stork. Down goes Stork. Down goes Shaman. Dire simply are on the run. Avalanche tosses there into the line. Line will go down. Thanos steps on him. Remnant will miss. Simile will get away now. Karan tries to run on in, but it's a Scotty there from Terrorblade. Radiant are simply way too strong. Now it's Shaman who tries to do something, but he's running away. He's slowed down by the reflection. Down goes Shaman. Down goes Sniper. Karan once again is the lone survivor, but he is not long for life, and the GG understandably is called.
I think Dire just has a lot of draft issues here. You have all these heroes who feel like they want to play on the back line, or, you know, just not in the front line. But there's no frontliner. Not even Slark, really. Slark wants to weave in and out of fights. And Lifestealer just wants to farm. So the Radiant game plan just feels a lot more solid. They have this Tiny just running around, jumping in, killing everyone. And he has this... I guess they also have a lot of global presence. They got Wisp Relo. We saw the Void Spirit opt for Boot to Travel as well. So within a second, they can always bring in a bunch of heroes and initiate something good. Dire initiations are just very hard to pull off with these heroes they have. So what are your thoughts here?
I mean, it was an outclass, is the best way to put it. The draft was one-sided, the lanes were one-sided, the mid-game team fights were one-sided. Everything about the series is one-sided.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where it's kind of hard to say what exactly Antimeta did wrong, because they did a lot wrong.
I'm curious if we'll see another weird draft this coming game. Because, like you said, they are named Antimeta. They might be one of those themed teams. I was a big fan of Role Swap last season, though. All these... Oh, wait. Sorry, Force of Habit.
Dear God. Dear Lord. That's
I would have won that game, though.
Luckily, you're in the correct location now. Oh, dear Lord.
Not looking to play. No, thank you.
I was gonna say, if you wanted to play, I'm sure you'd be with your boys still.
I would.
Again, you say you quit. They say you were kicked, and there's 5 of them saying you were kicked, and only 1 of you saying you quit. So I don't know.
What? That's blasphemy. Yeah, I want to look up some stats. How are these teams doing?
Let's see here. So right now, this is their first win season for 5. The average dudes are now 1 and 2. Anti-meta are now 0 and 3.
0 and 3.
It's on the screen now, but obviously you're on a 2-minute delay, so you won't see it for 2 minutes.
I'm not looking at the stream. I don't like hearing my voice doubled.
That's why you mute the stream.
Oh. Yeah, sure. I'll keep it open then. Give you the view.
It's more so you can interact with the very active chat tonight featuring 2 whole messages. Chat's actually very dead tonight. I don't know why it's so dead tonight, but yeah,
This is typically later than normal, no?
that is
A
true.
7 p.m.
That is
A
true.
set, all 10 p.m. start. It's also a weekday. It is Thursday.
It's just unfortunate though. I don't get to cast weekends anymore for the next 2 weeks.
What's
So
going on?
I've been working with BTS, so yeah, I've been stuck. Not stuck. Have been given the opportunity to work my Friday, Saturday, Sunday shifts for
I
adminning
see.
NA lobbies. But it also means I'm busy working an actual job. I can't just cast lads games on the weekends.
Yeah, I mean that's great for you though. Now I
It's been
haven't.
fun.
Now I have an in to make sure I don't get banned in chat.
I was gonna say I can unban you, but please don't make me unban you. It's like, hey Badger, why do you unban this guy? We just gave you mod yesterday, please.
Hmm. Come on. I never post spicy things
There's a lot of
ever.
I wouldn't even call things in chat spicy in the BTS chat. It's just dumb. Where it's you see at least 100 times an hour. Oh my god, it's rigged. Like it's not even like a joke 3-2-2. It's like legit mafia called
Hmm.
tournament always 1-1 BTS rig tournament. I'm like, come on, bro. These teams are just making mistakes. Come on, it's just Dota.
Yeah, I feel like better. They're some of the worst members of the community.
Yeah, I mean, there's they got a little bit abusive. Like I remember the post on Reddit the other day where it was the T2 Hustlers versus 4 Gringos
Yes.
forfeit.
Hmm.
I'm the admin who had to call who had to tell T2 Hustlers, hey, you guys need to resume with 4 players, and they decided to forfeit. And I got death threats. I got death threats for that, Denny.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. These fucking
They
betters,
gave
man.
me death threats for doing my job.
Like, don't make betting your livelihood. It's a flip of a coin. It's more. It's supposed to be entertainment, not you're looking to like score thousands of dollars off betting.
I see these people. I hope they're joking. Where it's like, oh man, I bet all my food money for the month on. I'm like, come on, bro, it's your food money. No,
Well, I think someone like that is probably joking.
I hope
Is
so,
there a
but
is there a lobby up? Oh yeah, there is. I'm in here.
you're in the lobby. What do
Mhm.
you mean?
I'm multitasking. I forgot if I joined or not.
You joined the slot on accident because you're so used to joining slots for playing, but
Yeah,
lo and
the
behold,
typical sheesh draft was I join slot, then I go make a snack, and then I come back and I have a hero.
oh, it's Sand King! Yay,
Mm-hmm.
get to play Sand King again. Now looks like we are coin flipping twice for some reason. I'm not sure why that one's happening, but okay. I should say something, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna put money if they didn't tag up the win properly. By the way, I'll put money on that.
Oh no.
I have to put that on OBS now. Or wait, did they get rid of it, or is the UI different now? I don't know.
It's probably still the UI.
Okay, let's move this 5 dudes thing. Ask where we're
Mhm.
gonna put that.
This patch was deployed earlier in the day, right?
It was literally like 4 hours ago, so it's a very
4
recent
hours.
patch.
Okay. I was just thinking, like, if it was the morning, I'd be mad. 'Cause somebody must have pointed out all these, I guess, bugs. Because that was a painful experience yet, that last game. Unable to click anyone and then see their items.
The thing is, it's like so they added Dawnbreaker to Captain's Mode a few days ago, where it's like they're using the sort of semi-pro and low-level pro tournaments to like kind of test it out, make sure it works. And they're doing the same thing with the casters now. It's like, hey,
Hmm.
just make sure it works. I feel bad for Ricky and Neff, who are literally like beta testing the new UI right now to like
Oh,
7,000 viewers.
I'm gonna have to tune in a bit and see if they're having those same issues. Not being able to click anyone. On the side of 5 average, we see Dawnbreaker being banned out, just like last game. Exact same bans from Antimeta. And this time they've opted to ban out Gyro, the first phase here.
Interesting. That's certainly a little bit interesting. I'll agree. What was banned last game that won't make it through now?
I'm pulling up the series.
That's what I'm also doing.
Last game it was Pingo being banned.
Yeah, Dawnbreaker, Pango, Coddle, Earth Spirits. That's interesting. We see actually a hero who was uncontested last game. Vengeful Spirit, obviously a very good hero in the
Being
meta.
picked up.
I think their teams forgot about it. Wait, it's like, oh yeah, Venge is good. Let's first pick Venge.
If we look at this hero in League of Legends, it's been picked in 19 matches with an 80% win rate.
It's that low.
It's that low? Yeah, it's very trash, right?
I thought it'd be
That's why
higher
they
than
did.
that, to be honest.
That's why they didn't pick it last game. Only 80%. They want heroes that win games.
I don't think I've seen it lose, so it feels higher than 80% to me. What
Ogre
is
Magi being
that?
picked up. That's an that's a wild first pick. I don't think I see this hero.
You really don't.
I'm checking on it now. This is our first Ogre Magi game for the season. So it
Interesting.
can really go anywhere. I was gonna say before this Brewmaster, I was putting my bets on Beast of US East Ogre Magi. But
It is possible. I know Gunner of Four Zoomers likes to play it mid, so it's possible we see the mid brew and it's an offlane ogre still. But it's actually we haven't seen that much brew picking in lands. I think. Let me look that up real fast. We've had 2 brood picks so far this season. It's been a hero though that's gotten a lot of play in pro level games, so I'm not too shocked it's here now. And that okay, yeah, it's
Huh?
Pudge. That's fun.
They really are anti-meta. Probably.
Yeah, I have
I think
I have a
Pudge.
feeling I need some more water. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. I'm just gonna be totally silent.
Please don't.
Okay. So let's see. As far as Pudge goes, I do like it as a hero. I feel like it's strong this patch, but only in good hands. On my last team, we had a really good Pudge player. We hardly ever picked Pudge in our games, but well, our official games. But in our pub matches, our Pudge lanes tended to destroy. So I was always saying, now might be the Pudge game, but we never ended up picking it last season. So to see this hero being picked right now, I think we're in for a fun one. This hero should either be picked as a 4 or a 3, I believe. On the side of Dire, we see a Ricky ban. I think a Ricky is being banned here because it might make the Brewmaster's game a bit tough. Drop a smoke cloud, it's impossible to ult as you keep him in there. Well, and that's really the only reason I see this Ricky being banned. Smoke cloud is very strong. As a carry, though, maybe Antimeta has some Ricky players. Antimeta is opting for some of the same bans as last game. PL being banned, Invoker being banned. Need to check some of the players on 5 average dudes. I'm not sure if they have an Invoker player, which would be the reason they're banning it. But let's just take a quick double check. Oh, yeah. Fatalness has a bunch of games on Invoker, so it's probably a targeted ban. Ah, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of what Antimeta is doing here. It's the exact same 5 bans as last game. I'd like to see some more creativity there. 5 average dudes. We see IO being picked up yet again. So we'll probably see a similar setup as last game. IO4 paired up with a strong 3, which is probably this Brewmaster. They're showing an IO Brew lane here. A Visage being picked up from Antimeta. This is strange, is what I'm going to say. I can't quite pinpoint where it's going to go. Only because, personally, I feel the Visage can really only be played mid right now. And even then, I still think that's a bit lackluster. But putting this hero as a support just feels awful. It feels like a range creep when you play it right now. Also on the off lane role, doesn't feel that impactful there. Talking about some bans on the side of Dire, we see the Night Stalker ban. Night Stalker does make the game
What
pretty
is
tough.
this?
It's a Pudge Visage.
Yeah, I see it, but what is that? What is a
It's a Pudge
Pudge visage doing on my screen?
Visage. It's Team Antimeta. We talked about this last game. They don't pick meta.
I know, but
The-
what?
Okay, call the hero. Something crazy. They're gonna pick Dazzle mid.
I mean, let me think about. Me know the hero screen real fast. But what never gets picked?
What's never
Uh,
been picked?
what basically never gets picked this patch anymore? They're gonna pick. They're gonna pick
Oh,
some bounty hunter and some arc warden.
I was gonna say Visage for one.
Too late. Maybe they'll pick some Necrophos.
It's unpredictable. I give up on thinking about the Radiant draft here.
Gee,
But looking
Necrophos
at
is not
Dire,
good in the Brewmaster.
oh, Tiny.
Okay, I guess they have a quarter to settle.
You think it's gonna be Carry Pudge inspired by KU?
Well, I think your team's a little better in this team, though. It's a difference.
They can do it. Alright, let's go 1-1. I believe in anti-meta. Now, from Dire, I already talked about this lane, but we're probably going to see IO Brew, right? A Beast Brew.
And that's the most likely outcome. I mean, it's one of those things that are going to be able to simply get earn on Brewmaster, or the IO even pop that Cinder Brew, simply run under the tower, and just ruin the carry's day. That's why I'm a little bit shocked they picked Visage, because Cinder Brew is pretty good at breaking Gravekeeper's Cloak.
They also have
I'm
this
concerned.
Ogre. There's a lot of DOTs here to break it.
I am very concerned for the anti-meta once again. The concern is immense right now.
Alright, and with the Slardar, there's some question marks thrown into the draft. Not that I think it's bad, it's just question marks as to like who's playing what now. Do we see mid Brew? Do we see carry Slardar? But I do think it's just going to be mid Brew offlane Slardar.
That'll
Slardar
make the
IO
most
lane.
sense.
Slardar IO lane sounds powerful too.
Mhm.
Attack speed, run at them, get some bashes.
So if Slardar pops Sprint, that will give addiction move speed to the IO, correct?
Yes, because IO gets the move speed of the hero they're tethered to, and they also amp it.
That's awesome,
So
though.
their level 2 power spike is really good. When I was learning Slardar, we did try running this lane, and then we decided, I don't like Slardar. I'm just bad at it.
I was thinking Slardar is not that good of a hero, I think, but IO kind of solves all of your issues, so problem solved. A lot of times, there's like you don't necessarily want to rush a Blink on Slardar, you want to buy some Echo Saber item. But now suddenly you can buy Echo Saber and a Vanguard before you buy Blink because you have Relocate. Problem solved. Let's see here. What's Radiant's plan here?
Radiant's plan is to provide an entertaining game.
Yeah. Probably correct.
But looking at what their draft lacks, it's either a position 1 or a mid. I do like Tiny as a P1 though.
They have very little reserve time left, so if they want to have regret over their decisions, there's not much time to regret it. They've got Nikari. Interesting.
They're I think their cores are actually all these ranged heroes.
That means you think it's probably Drow, Carry, Visage, Mid, Venge 3, Tiny 4, Pudge 5?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here. Just so that you can take as much advantage from that Drower as you can.
I think
And then
potentially
Venge...
could be like a Tiny 2, Visage 3, Venge 4, but it's hard to tell right now.
Drow Venge is actually something I haven't seen together in a while. Which was a classic back who knows when.
We're seeing Karan actively taunting the Dire in the All Chat right now. telling them to, and I quote, pick sniper.
You won't.
But they're here to have a good time, at least. You know, they're in a good mood. They say, you know, it doesn't matter. Well, 1-3. We're here to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
You won't
Probably...
pick Necro. Oh dear God.
They probably won't. Just let Karan provide the analysis for us. He's gonna say you won't pick X right now.
There's what, 120 heroes left now? Oh. Okay, they grab the Lifestealer. They're a little more serious. They're here to win Dota.
Yeah.
You don't pick IO twice in a row unless you want to win Dota. And they indeed want to win Dota. I mean, once again, this draft from the Dire just seems very good. They've got tools for Drow. They've got tools to cycle and things to cancel things out. They've got great Breaking the Gravekeeper's Cloak. I guess they have good ways of canceling like Lifestealer's TP through Rage, but other than that, this Radiant lineup may have to rely on simply brawling constantly and winning brawls. So always easier said than done to do that into an IO and a Brewmaster.
And then Dire has some pretty strong combos too. There's a couple good infest bombs here between the Slardar and the Brewmaster.
Yeah. It's certainly going to be... I mean,
I'm excited. Go ahead.
It's just so obvious what Dire are trying to do here, you know, where it's like, you look at this lineup, this makes a lot of sense. This is like an actual normal lineup.
Yeah.
And Radiant's just like a mishmash of, alright, I want to play Drow, I want to play Pudge, just stick together. I, for one, hope something crazy happens, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. But like on that point, you know, where the Dire draft just makes more sense, it also just means they have an easier game, because even the players have an idea of what they're supposed to do and how to pull it off. Or did I say Dire? I meant Radiant. I meant Radiant here. Dire's... Oh wait, no, I was correct. I don't know why I'm thinking that way. But yeah, Radiant's draft is just, it looks all over the place, and you're kind of questioning the execution here too. Alright.
If you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of 5 above-average dudes currently on the Dire side who won game number 1, taking on Antimeta as their name is very appropriately named. Currently on the Radiant, looking to make it a 1-1 in this 2-game series. I am Badger. I am joined tonight by Mr. League of Legends Season 7 champion Teddy, and hopefully we're in for a good time.
Looks like Radiant just got out of their bottom jungle. With good timing, because Dire was looking for a kill here. We're probably just going to trade runes here, 2 for 2. Nothing crazy.
Did you see that Slardar's taunt?
Did I see Slardar's taunt?
Yeah.
What is it? The Christmas jingle? Oh no, there's penises.
Jingle.
There's penises on the map.
And we saw the Tiny made the penis, but the Giraffe Ranger player was decorating the penis.
Yeah, that's teamwork. I think Radiant's gonna win.
I like how he was creative too. Like a lot of times he'd draw like either hair or semen. He was like putting like little lines around to like give it emphasis like on the shape. It's like, man, this is exciting. This is a good artistic work there by Karan.
Can I chat them and be like, guys, there's children watching this stream?
I mean, yeah, I won't stop you. I'm not sure if I'll be happy with it, but I don't care.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
I for one don't care. I'm supposed to care, but I'm not going to.
Sure.
There is a tiny mid lane though. If we were curious, it's tiny mid lane. It's a Drow and Venge bot lane, and it's a Visage and Pudge top lane, with the Visage being the farmer. I think.
I'm not a fan of this. I've tried running Visage 3 as well, but it just feels like a range creep. You have, or I was gonna say, no, he only has 330 boost speed because he bought boots, but you're very slow. You have 0 armor. You also have no damage. Just don't do anything. But it also looks like it's a farmer Pudge.
And Drow Ranger from behind as well also is a range creep. So currently, as it currently stands, Radiant have 2 range creeps.
They do. No, Drow's not a range creep. She has 60 damage and a lot of armor.
Okay, that's true. Like, the least the creeps have 325 move speed, while Drow does not. She has 290 move speed.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing a bit of a brawl happening top lane, Smack is 1v2ing pretty successfully at that. And of course that very high regen on Ogre Magi plus a Bracer.
Yeah, he opted to just go Bracer level 1. I like this. Just be an extra big bully. Bottom lane, we do see that Dire had hit... I was going to say they hit level 2 before Radiant, but now they're both level 2. We might not see much happen. But the Dire power spike here in the bot lane should be powerful.
Possibly they want the sprint on Slardar as well. Obviously he has Bash and Crush. We also still want sprints. He will Bash and Crush onto the Venge, but we need a few more Bashes at least. And a stun is there from the Venge, allowing her to walk away from the Slardar and the IO combo. So I mean, they attempted. They forced the salve out of typical TN, but no death yet. Alright, top lane, the lane has left the lane, the Dire creeps are now in the river, and the Radiant creeps are in the jungle. So neither lane is actually in the lane right now. This is some fascinating donut occurring. So hooked me onto the Ogre Magi, brought him nearly under that tower. He's now being run down by the Rot and the Soul Assumption. First blood there drawn by League of Embers on that offline Pudge.
That was a really good hook. Nicely done.
I had to struggle there mentally to remember what the Visage W is called.
Soul Assumption.
Luckily, I did have to check. I just remember it was Soul Assumption, but that was... You might have heard the stutter there for like, alright, ability.
You can just call it Dagon. That's what it really is.
Dagon is much better than that, I'm sure. I would rather have a Dagon than a Soul Assumption.
What? No, Soul Assumption is so much damage. As you saw there, it's level 1 Soul Assumption. I think the math checks out, it does nearly 150, which is really strong for a level 1 nuke.
If a Dagon, you just throw it out randomly.
I was wrong. Wait. It does like 200 damage. Even better. It's essentially a level 3 spell at level 1. The downside is it costs so much mana. Looking at the last hits, it's a bit more even this game compared to the last game, where we saw already at this stage of the game, one team running away with it.
Once again, hook top lane on Smack. Smack turns to that Fire Blast, and now both Ogre and Pudge are very low. Ogre will go down. Envy, though, looks for the counter kill, has no rage, but it does not matter. The damage from the Ignite was enough. So another trade top lane, this time 1-for-1. A lot of action in the top lane so far. Now bot lane, the action continues there. Slardar is sprinting, has Bash in 2 hits. Avenge may try to survive, but it's Bash into Crush, into once again even our Bash doing on Slardar. Avenge tries to survive, it does not matter though. It's now 2 kills across the board for both teams. First kill now in that bottom lane.
And we're probably going to be seeing more of that, especially since Slardar has opted to go for boots instead of a stat item here. And this is correct. I got yelled at, well not yelled at, but you know, trying to learn this hero with my team. I was going Bracer, just like playing standard offlane, get some nice stats. But you want boots on this hero so you can make these plays, just run at them, especially when you got a Wisp and Sprint. We might see this here again.
Wait, who yelled at you? Was it Malefic or KU?
It's KU Keita.
Okay, I'm not surprised Keita. Oh, KU and Keita! Bottom line though, it's Vengeance once again being run at. Bash once again is there. He will actually pop the magic stick, barely keeping him alive. He actually has Drow's gloves still, so it's a good thing he didn't die. And yeah, it's Dota 2 for you.
It's very close. And they're just going to do that again in a bit, because they have all this Wisp regen.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a Bracer and a headdress.
Oh, actually, just kidding. I thought there would be action top. Mid lane, we do see Brew has hit his 6. We might see some plays coming off of that.
Luckily, Brew does not kill very quickly, so we'll have an advance notice. So yeah, Split is now popped. He will be diving the tower looking for Beast 2.0. He should eventually die in the Tiny, but it might take a little bit longer. He has a stun once again with the Earth Band. Yes, I guess they've let the Tiny be consigned to his fate. Yeah, once he has to kill. This time, first kill in the mid lane. So good kill there by Fatal. And so now I mentioned earlier the Urn plus Cinder Brew combo, and now he has that Urn. For the next time he goes for a kill there. He wants to bash there on the Quran bot lane, but actually his top lane, the hook was there, onto Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi went down, straight though for the Pudge, and now Envy's running and looking for Rice Cooker, but Rice Cooker is alive. Back to bottom lane, never mind bottom lane to stop fighting. Magic Missile actually is there into the IO, but he should be fine.
I lost my train of thought. think my train of thought was talking about that mid dive again. I think nobody helped because nobody could help. This bench had no TP. Visage TPing in by itself doesn't really do anything either.
It's
Just
always a
cut their
rough time.
losses. Mm-hmm.
Well, we're seeing Smack Tricks on the Ogre Magi has rotated into the bottom lane. They perhaps are looking for a play with this minute 5 siege unit, perhaps to dive the tower there at 3 heroes. Radiant do glyph, but while the Ignite's there on Bolt, the Stun there on Smack Tricks, the Bash is there onto Karan. Karan will get crushed and go down. Now they move to Typical TN, who once again is bashed. Ka and the Beast are hitting. Venge will go down. Once again, as there was mid lane, there's no TPs. Bottom lane. And now they may attempt to get a good bit of tower damage with that minute 5 siege unit.
And there's no TPs for the bottom lane because Visage can come in, but then it doesn't do anything. No mana. The Tiny used his mid to return. He used his mid. He used his TP to return to the mid lane, so there was none from him.
They actually are looking to defend bottom, though. They actually TP'd in the Visage. Grave Chill is there, multi-shots there from the Drow, but typical TN's TP was a very long TP, so there's no kill there. Meanwhile, mid lane, they're diving for the Beast 2.0. Fatalist and Smack Tricks are there. Cinderbrew is popped. The Uranus pops the DD on that. Brewmaster Avalanche toss. Restriction just Avalanche is there. But Tiny's a little bit too tanky with that Bracer, so will survive.
Not just the bracer, it's also the grow. 12 whole armor on this hero.
That's a lot of armor, actually. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Mid laners once again look to fight. Split is popped. Pudge is there, but well, Tiny may just be in danger. Pudge is now cycloned up by the Brewmaster. Meanwhile, Ogre and Visage are fighting back to the Tiny, though he's being dove by the 3 Brewlings right now. Once again, the stun is there. Down goes the Tiny. Back to once again to the man fighting. Visage actually kills Ogre Magi. Pudge once again cycle now, stun him there with the Earth Panda onto the Visage. Visage being run out by 2 heroes. Visage tries to Grave Chill and Soul Exception there on the Fatalis. But Right Scooter goes down. The hook is short. Double kill for Fatalness. 2-for-1 trade.
Those 2 very short hooks.
And then in the chaos, mid lane, bot lane, a 2v1 fight happens. It was the Beast fighting with Karan and, of course, typical TN, and he did not win that fight.
I just want to point out the Brew has some pretty good micro skills here, if you're looking at him. You know the skills that the Wind Panda has, right?
Yeah, he has the Dispel, and he has the Cyclone, and he has the Windwalk.
Yeah, so he's using his Windwalk because Windwalk also gives you extra damage on the first right click out of it. So he's tornadoing, he's windwalking, throwing the right click, switching back to the rock. It's all fantastic.
Good micro from Fatal instead in that case. We're seeing a Soul Assumption there on the Cub, but he appears to be a little bit too fast. Magic Missile was there, but he tethered away to the Beast in time. Now Hook is there onto the Beast, Crush is there onto 2, he will bash there onto the Pudge. Now Smack Tricks and Karan both arrive, Silence is there onto the Wisp and through the Slaughter. Slaughter goes down to trade though for the Pudge. Now Magic Missile is there on the Cub. Cub will go down. Now Smack on the run, being hit by a 3. Soul Assumption is there. The Wave is there. The Slow is there from Drow, and they will indeed get Smack Tricks under that tower. It's a triple kill for Rice Cooker on that Visage. So good trade there for Radiance.
If we look at mid, oh, we have a pause.
Okay, we're paused.
But take a look at the fight recap there, just so you can see how much damage the Soul Assumption is doing. That's a lot.
A lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. This spell also has like a 3-second cooldown or so. It's also only level 2 here. If that were a higher level, he would probably have been putting out 2,000 damage that one fight. But that is where Visage excels, when he's able to get these Soul Assumption charges and able to just dump them without worrying about getting blown up. We'll have birds soon. Maybe start some split pushing or tower pushing.
Even though, despite that fight being nearly a 1k swing in favor of the Radiant bottom lane, they're still down by 2k. Which is not ideal.
The kind of the exact same situation as last game. The carry on 5 average dudes is doubling up the carry on Antimeta. 37
This new graph hurts my head. Look at the new graph.
Let's look at the new graph. What exactly is wrong with it?
What does it mean?
You're right. None of these are labeled.
There's no labels and there's no axes.
I'm not crazy, right? These are not labeled.
Like, there's no labels. There's like 3 things in the graph, and they're missing 2 of them. They have the lines.
Imagine you're a brand new player, you're coming into Dota, you look at this graph, and this is what you see. They're kind of just assuming that you know what you're doing here. Green is win percentage, probably. Blue here is XP, and orange is gold. This is awful. I'm not a fan of this. Because it looks like this in the old system would look like they have like a 10,000 lead, right?
Yeah, but
That's not
it's
the case here.
impossible
It's
to tell what anything
2,000 gold.
is.
I'm emailing Valve right after this game.
We went knight f3. Interesting. How do I
What?
respond to this knight? I'm playing chess I'm playing chess in the
Oh,
L chat right now with Ka.
is that what's happening?
How do I respond to this knight f3? I'm trying to like visualize it out of a board in front of me right now. Knight f3. How do I respond to that? I mean, I should just go knight f6. Yeah, I'll do knight f6. I'll do knight f6.
I can't play chess like this. I'm bad at visualizing.
It's hard. It's hard. I'm like trying to like. I'm like, yeah, I just mirror the moves that can't backfire, right?
White resigns.
GG01 White resign. That's the new record on that one. But no, I think if I play a more cool move, if instead of playing knight f6, I played, I don't know, knight c6, I think the game's still be going.
What is what line is the king on?
Is on 1. The white king's on 1. You'd be on e1, and then the black king would be then on e6.
I see. I'm gonna play e2 then, or would it be e3 to move the pawn up?
I mean, he already resigned, so
New game.
new game. I mean, you have options. You can go. I mean, commonly you either see e4 or d4, or you can do c4 if you're really ballsy. E4, like the e4 e5 is probably the most default vanilla opening you do. E3 is that's a little weird.
I want to do e3 and then ke2.
Are you high?
Oh, I'm brave.
You're either high or super brave. You like watch Hikaru Nakamura's streams or something, doing some bong cloud bullshits.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
I don't play chess that much anymore, but I used to frequent the Anarchy chess sub.
Oh god. Oh dear god.
Yeah, so you've heard of it.
I wish I had.
I love that sub. It's crazy.
Have you seen that recent like one move per day game?
No, like I said, I don't really play chess anymore. But when I did, I was a fiend.
I just want to I want to pull up one of the most recent. Okay, so most recent move in their one move per day game. Day 18, 9. Ron Weasley to both knights. All D pieces to e4. Yes. You heard that correctly. Ron Weasley to both knights.
Okay, I thought it would just be a normal chess game.
No, it's literally
anything goes.
Any move goes, including illegal moves, including Ron Weasley. Apparently, I don't know. I'm seeing a picture with Pop-Tarts in it. I don't know what's going on right now.
Have you played the Bug House variation?
I never have actually.
Or have you even heard of it?
I never have. I think I've prepared for it briefly, but never really gone into it.
It's still just standard chess, except you got 2 boards, so it's 4 players.
Mm-hmm.
You have a teammate, so any piece your teammate captures on their board is a piece that you can place on your board.
Based.
So it's pretty fun. Now, White resigns. G, we play. Oh no.
All right, so White resigns in chess. Game is going 4v5. So they just want them not to kill Tiny. Okay, that's fair rules. If Tiny's not playing, please don't kill Tiny. I think those are fair conditions.
Oh, that sucks.
This is terrible. Oh my! I mean, most teams have resigned right now, but Antimeta's here to have some fun, I suppose. So they're here to still play.
Mm-hmm. I thought the series was gonna go at least a bit more even than the last one, but they had a chance. This
Bronze
rock.
boxes. The rock exhibit. Kill him? No, don't kill him. Just leave the rock there. You don't see the guy have a ward right here. They know he's there. Seeing a hook and miss on the smack tricks. Now the ignites there onto the Avenge. Matrix will be back onto the ogre. Now the tire run on through the river all the way through to the radiant side of the jungle. They're running a typical TN who will die. The Fatalness on the Brewmaster.
Is this gonna be honored? No!
He's not doing any damage though. He's not doing any damage.
Where is the honor?
High file demon.
Okay.
I guess it's a permanent ward, right? If you let him live like that.
Alright, let me analyze that. So what Tiny was doing there is really good. Because he's giving all this vision to his teammate, and his teammates just see these 3 heroes on him, you know, and they're just hitting him. So he's buying all this time for this Drow in the top lane to not save the tower. And also farm weight.
Speaking of Drow, the top lane, relocate is there, but Drow will silence both back, and it's Fatalist who gets. Actually, the hook was missed. The Cinnabrew is popped and split is there as well. Ka, though, may be in danger. Locates ends in 3. Can he live for that long? It appears to be yes. The Splitlings will still be fighting, though. Now, in comes Smacktrix there, the Ogre Magi. The Ignite will be there onto the League of Inbred's Pudge. He'll go down. Now, the Cyclone Avenge up, and perhaps they're running away now. Indeed, they are. Karan may slow there onto Brewmaster, but they'll walk away. You know, it's hard to go from laughing at your dumbass joke to casting a team fight in like half second time. I want you to know that. It's very hard to do it mentally.
That's good. My joke was very good then.
You're making me making me work harder than usual. My brain is not having a good time right now. I'm still trying. I was like the entire team fight trying not to laugh. Like, all right, ignore the joke, please.
All right. Okay, I thought Pudge was done. He was just standing in the base. It's good to see that they're still playing it out.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some tiny micro shenanigans, so...
That's a great D-ward. They placed the sentry at the exact right time as the obs. Seeing you all, a fight breaks out. The hook is there on the Brewmaster with this member, and actually will kill him now. Smacktrix, who's in danger as well, will go down to the 4-man combination of Karan and company. In the smoke.
That was this ward here. Gave them the information they needed to pull off that hook.
You know, they actually can't micro Tiny. He's not
Oh, wait,
DC'd.
is that why? Oh.
He's not DC'd. Dire have smoked as well. Now both team smokes pops. The Beast engages, blinks on him, he's immediately silenced, but now Envy pops out looking for Karan, bashes up in 2 hits. Meanwhile, Envy is raging on in. Instead, they move to Vengeful Spirit. Actually, they kill Envy immediately. They now turn to the Beast of US East to swap Ka back as well. Ka will tether away in TP. It will not be successful now. Now they look for the Beast of US East. The Soul Assumption is there. Visage Familiars have the stuns, and right now, Crush will be there, but in comes that missile, in comes member, down goes the Beast of US East. It's 3 kills, actually, for the side of Antimeta, who are playing a man down.
The memes when they win this 4v5 are going to be insane.
That would be the greatest moment in last history.
But also, it's just extra tough. Like you said, I didn't know that he didn't DC, so impossible to micro, but there's no abandoned golden lobbies.
If he does come back, though, he's slowly building up passive gold. You know? And maybe they can give him a Philosopher's Stone eventually. He'll get, like, he'll come back to, like, 4,000 gold. It's like, oh, wait, I could BKB. Then it'll be a Tiny with literally some BKB in phase at minute whatever.
That'll be the comeback.
Ay. Hopefully he's okay. Honestly, leaving abruptly is never a good thing, but...
I mean, it's also a pretty big emergency to not even, like, do anything when you're PC, not turning it off.
Yeah.
Not disconnecting, not closing.
Hopefully, it's. I mean, there's two things that come to mind. Neither are good. One is you're being robbed, and the other someone's having a medical emergency.
Oh my
And
god.
neither of those are good.
Mm-hmm.
Seen attempt
Oh,
bottom lane, but a little bit off the mark there by League of Imres on that Pudge.
I was gonna say for now we can focus on whatever fun things might be happening in game here. This brew. No blink, but he will have his axe soon. Another 200 gold. They're playing under Radiant Vision, so they see this. They know they're there. We might see a swap actually with the bench's positioning here.
Yeah, I mean, Fatal Spicule, if you can get him pre-split, you certainly want to get it. The familiar stuns are, the hook is there in December. He will attempt to split. Now in comes the crush, in comes the split. No, relocate instead to bring him to the other end of the fight, keeping him alive to perhaps split later. So far, nobody is dead. Cinderbrew is popped, but the familiars remain alive. And now, well, in comes Cub, once again relocating back to the rest of the fight. Hook is there, familiar drops are there. The 8th Toast as well, into Magic Missile now. In comes the Beast once again with a crush there. Untypical TN. Cinderbrew is popped, though a silence once again there from the route, allowing no split. So still no split. Typical TN and the Beast are very low. Ignite will kill the Venge, actually. Now they want the Beast. Hook is up. So is Atos. But Dire simply walk away. So overall, it's a support for support trade. Took a long time to do it, but it happened eventually.
So now what you saw there,
Wait.
we did see that they had really good vision here at the start. That's what let them get that initial hook. And
They
see,
once
let's
again
look
have
up
an
first.
initial hook. Atos input there onto the Beast. The Beast should go down. Indeed, will eventually go down. They got the regen rune there on Cub, but it was not enough to save the Beast.
So after that initial hook, Dire immediately knows something is up. You saw that this got dewarded right afterwards and replaced with vision of their own. Which is also why you saw them not try to force it, not try to go in for more. They just don't have the information they want to be able to make those plays.
Well, it's supposed to be a hook there on Smack Tricks, but the final split is there from Phaedos. Smack will go down, but Phaedos is attempting to go onto the Pudge. Pudge is low. Pudge indeed will go down. Now, the Tether is there onto that Fire Bruling. They want to perhaps go onto the bench, onto the Visage and the Drow. Crush is there onto the Visage. Visage should indeed be in danger. Will Soul from there on the Cub, but it will not matter. Silence knocks three of them back once again. Dire are chasing onto Karan. It's a big target if they can get. They now turn instead to the Vengeful Spirit. Will indeed now go down. And now, well, Karan, it's a 4v1. Correction, now 4v0. Sixth Street going there to cut on that IO, and, well, this game is something a lot harder now.
Because the Lifestealer participated this fight.
Yeah.
Before he was just farming, which is where the 7k gold difference is coming from.
And he has a Radiance now, so, I mean, it's interesting, but I like it.
I'm not too well versed on my current Lifestealer. I remember the build has gone from just AFKing in your carry to the Radiance Lifestealer where you just infest an Ancient Creep and run around with that. That patch was also pretty bullshit. And I believe last patch, the Lifestealer builds we saw were just pretty standard. You know, like Phase, Armlet, Deso, Mjolnir.
Venge is in severe danger. Hook is there, but it's onto the Slardar instead. Now Venge is low. Slardar is taking a lot of damage. Slardar and Venge both go down. That Fire Blast is there onto the Visage. Once again, Envy and the Brewlings are hitting. They want to get Rice Cooker. Cyclone now ends on Karan. Down goes Vicious. Now Drow is in danger, though. Pudge hooks him away for a little bit, but the Earth Brewling stun is there. Atos back onto the Lifestealer. Visage now buys back multi-shot is there, but then comes the Fire Blast there onto the Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger is ignited and will indeed go down. Cinderbrew is now popped with the urn there onto the Pudge, and once again Dire running with Hook is there from long range onto Ka, who has Tether in 3, but it will not matter. He will go down. Now Karan TP's deeper into the fight looking for Envy, who has Infest, but won't use it in time. Simply goes down with the right clicks of Drow Ranger. A mistake there by Envy. And now they want to run at the Brewmaster, who has only 0 splits actually. Has now 1 charge in 1 second, and will get stunned by Visage Familiars. Can lock him down enough? No, they can't. It's once again 3rd split of the fight for Fatalis. Now run once again at Karan, who already bought back into the fight. Now Karan may just go down for a dieback. Indeed, down goes Karan, seeing meanwhile December there onto the Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi is trying to fight there, but now is Visage dead. Pudge dead. Ogre alive. Venge alone. Venge will go down. And it's kind of a full 5-man wipe.
The full 5-man wipe.
A full 4-man wipe.
It was more of an 8-man wipe. There's some buybacks there.
Yeah, I mean, it's, Kind of an overgame, to be honest.
Just a bit. Do have an 11k gold lead, 4v5, but it's still winnable.
And some of those things are. I think if you gave a Radiant an 11k gold lead, it would be an even game right now. But it's a dire 11k gold lead. And that's part of the problem.
They donate a rapier or something.
And it would help. It certainly would help. It would make this game a lot more even. I mean, it would certainly swing the net worth lead literally back from 13k to I think about 1k at that point.
I feel like they could end right now already. But Lifestealer is deciding to farm some more.
Doesn't really have a building hitting build, I guess. I mean, if you had, like, say, invest all that gold into Armlet, Echo, Deso, that'd be great to hit buildings, but instead he has a Radiance, so.
They're going for Roche.
Which is fine.
Although it's still,
it's good.
yeah, although it's still a 4v5, I guess they still want the extra security, make sure they don't throw here, don't lose the game.
I mean, you may as well, right? It's one of those things where obviously this team hopes to at least, make playoffs, possibly contend for a playoff series win or two. And you start doing that by getting 2 wins here tonight, bringing your record back to 2-2 rather than say 1-3. So, yeah, I mean, he just goes to Envy there in the Lifestealer. He will infest into the Beast, and well, they will keep putting the foot on the gas. They will keep the foot on the throat. They want to continue to win this game. They infest in, but the sounds there from Drow Ranger, who will attempt to TP. But Visage actually saves the Drow Ranger. Great play there, but Inkly's Fatal, who is relocated in by Cub. They head to the Visage, and while Visage is immediately dead, they now head to typical TM there on that Vengeful Spirit, and well, Venge will try to survive, will pop that stick, and actually will survive. Good for the Venge. Hook is there, but it's well short of targets, and now Dire run back to the tier 2 tower they did not kill. The tower that regardless will die. And I guess it's high ground time now.
The timing on the Drow Silence there was also really lucky. Lifestealer pops out just as the silence is going, so they both get silence. And that Visage micro, that bird play was really cool too. I'm surprised Drow made it out. We'll be seeing a high ground push here.
Hook from longer range on the call. Can they kill him? No, they cannot. He simply tethers away to his twin. And now the Magic Missile's there on the Lifestealer. They stun with the Visage from Village, but he has, even if he does die, and he will not die. Hook is there, but it's once again short this time, so Dire will heal up their Lifestealer a little bit longer. They will indeed mech, and then we'll get ready to once again go high ground in the near future.
If the high ground keeps going like this, we might actually be in for a long game.
I don't know what I just did. I'm not sure if it's with the new UI or not, but I moved my screen upwards by this much. From here to here, and I don't know what I did.
I'll see that pop up on the stream in a while.
It's messing with my head. I'm like, what did I do? Is there new controls I don't know about? Oh no.
But what do you mean by moving the screen up? Like
well,
zooming out?
Okay, it instantly went from here as the center of the screen to here as the center of the screen. Mid lane, though, a fight actually is breaking out. The Ogre Magi is the target if they can get him. They are hitting with the multi-shot. The Fish's stuns are there. Vishy is relocated away to go into the fight. And now, well, they know Cuz coming back, but then the Dire also know Cuz coming back. They will fight now around this. The Brewmaster split is there. They're focusing down the Pudge. Pudge is in a bit of severe danger. They also are targeting the Venge, who indeed will go down to Envy Lifestealer, but there actually is a TP wave by the Pudge. They did not have a TP canceller there. Now multi-shot is there. They can do some damage with the Earth. Panaston is there onto the Visage once again. Ignite comes in. Hook comes in from long range, but it's onto nothing. And now, well, they're diving tier 4, so looking for Visage. Visage will go down. Thunder is there onto the Brewmaster. But well, Pudge once again will find a spot into the grave quite soon, as will Karan, even in the shadow of his fountain. Hook is there from a buyback Pudge, but well, it does not hit. And well, now Dire will go high ground. They will actually take buildings.
One thing Radiant could have maybe done as a desperation play there, you see these 4 heroes diving the tier 4s. I do this play sometimes when we have a bad game like this we're getting run at. You can fort the wave there, so you get 2 tier 4 split shutting all their heroes. Sometimes sometimes it is a difference maker and you end up with a successful defense there.
Speaking of of defenses, this time unsuccessful. It's the Radiant defense. Their mid racks are dead, and their bot racks are being sieged somewhat rapidly. All 5 heroes simply are hitting. Radiant will smoke perhaps their last fight of the series. Hook from long range hits onto Envy, who actually still has Aegis for another minute. The Beast engages with his BKB and his Blink as well, looking for more. Pudge gets Dagon, will go down, and now the Beast actually, no, I thought he left the fountain. No, he did not. Though Envy will lose Aegis to the fountain. Now there's an Ogre Storm there onto the Tiny, who actually has left the fountain somehow. Tiny, though, once again goes down, and apparently a welcome's there in the chat, and I mean, the GG has not been called quite yet, but yeah, it's a 29k net worth lead in 5v4, so I think we know what's coming.
It's looking a little grim.
This is not just grim. I mean, this is the point where if we were in like a shark movie, the shark would be literally jumping out of the water right now, leaping through the air to bite you out of your boat. This is, you know what's coming.
But if you've ever seen Jaws, like half the boat was destroyed, and they still managed to kill the shark.
This is the bad ending of Jaws.
This is the bad ending.
It's the bad ending of Jaws. The shark is definitely winning today. Tier 4s are now dead. Split once again is popped, and Dire are running towards the fountain. Crouch is there onto the Visage, who actually hooked back to Venge back into the fountain. But while Visage is dead and the Dire are alive, Glyph is now popped. Cyclone is there onto the Pudge, but Dire once again will look to do some team fighting. Ogrestone's there onto the Tiny. Ignite comes in, crushes down to 3 into the infested Envy. Envy actually is now in the fountain with this number. Down goes the Beast. Can they get Envy? Yes, they can! They kill Envy! And they will kill the Beast as well. Karan stays alive! It's an absolute miracle. Now they seem to defend the base against 3 heroes and siege units. It's not gonna work. Throne goes down there. They will attempt to do more. Smack has an Ignite, and it actually even kills Karan. It's a godlike spree for the Ogre Magi. Jesus Christ. And the GG's called.
Bit of an unfortunate game. We saw glimmers of greatness there in that 4v5. So who knows how the 5v5 could have gone.
I mean, it was certainly better odds than a 5v5, but well, I mean, the inevitable arrived, unfortunately, so.
But, you know, in a 4v5, even when we're seeing like some good plays coming out, you also have to question like how much of that is because, you know, they're just in a different mentality. The team of 5, I mean. Where normally they might have played a lot more carefully and, you know, not as YOLO. Yeah. Oh my.
Alright, thank you for joining me tonight. Teddy, do you have any final words, call-outs, shots to say to the people of League of Lads and twitch.tv/BadgerPobble?
Just hoping that the player who had to leave, you know, I hope everything's alright with them. But also, thanks for having me.
Yeah, that's seems like there's somebody in the hospital, which is obviously very bad. Hopefully he's okay. It's never a good sign, but if you enjoyed my casting, want me to cast your tournaments, cast your games, contact me over on Discord. It's Badger number 5713, and thank you for watching, and as per always, have a good night.